Hi, John Dalzell, with more things that you should know. Um, One thing I've gotten some from my watchers out there is that I don't smile enough, so I'm usually pretty happy, but I'll smile more in these videos. So today, what we're going to talk about is the dreaded Medicare donut hole on prescription drugs. A lot of people don't know what that is. A lot of my clients are confused when they run into it, and I'm real good at explaining it. So I'm going to try to do that for you today online so you can understand what you need to do with that and some options. So when you look at the donut hole, what it is in a Medicare Part D plan or a Medicare supplement plan that has, or a Medicare Advantage plan that has a prescription drug benefit included in it, what will happen from $1 in drugs that you take to $4,660 a year, the claims that you would process through the system with the prescription drug card, they would all go by your copays. So any of your copays that you would have for a generic or a preferred brand name or a non-preferred brand name, all those go and count towards the cost of your donut hole. So the first $4,660, you're going to be paying copays for those services. So if you got a $100 prescription that it normally cost and your copay was $42, you would pay $42 for that 30-day supply. What a lot of people don't realize is that $100, the cost of that drug, actually counts towards meeting your donut hole. So there are some people out there that I know this. I'm not going to name any drugs, but they're $500-$600 a month. You may be paying $42 or $47 for those under your current plan, but $500 to $600 is adding towards your donut hole total of $46.60. So what that means is if you're taking one of those $600 drugs and prescriptions, 6 times 8 is $4,800. So you're over the 4660. You would be in your donut hole by August or September. What the donut hole is, though, from $4,660 to $7,400, you're in what's called a coverage gap or a donut hole. That's what they call it, the slang term for it. But it's a coverage gap. It's kind of like a large deductible that people put out there, but it's for people that use prescriptions more than the normal person would. So what that does is from $4,660 to $7,400, you're going to be on the hook to pay 25% of the cost of that. So that $600 bill now that you were going to have to pay 25 and you were paying 42 for, you're going to now pay $150 for that. The catch, though, with the donut hole versus getting to the donut hole, they actually count the cost of the drug towards that. When you're in the donut hole, the $4,660 to $7,400, they count the amount that you're paying. So in that scenario, I just gave that $125 or $150, that would have counted towards the $7,400, which unfortunately makes a lot of people stuck in the donut hole for the whole year after they've met it. The prescription drug rules are annual, so they all start over January 1st. So a lot of the times you might hear people in the fall that are complaining they're in the donut hole or stating that they're in the donut hole, because that's when it all adds up to it at that point. And January 1st, it goes back down to zero and you start all over again. So if unfortunately you were at the person taking prescriptions that were more than $7,400 and you hit your max out of pocket or your end of the donut hole at $7,400, you're considered catastrophic and you go into a catastrophic level of benefits. Those are $400.15 copay for your 30-day supply, and then for generics, and then a $10.35 copay for brand name drugs for a 30-day supply. That continues until January 1st, and then it goes back down to zero again. What I tell a lot of people here, and I'm going to flip to the page right behind me here, when you're in the donut hole, when you're in that $4,600 to $7,400, you're paying the cost. And a lot of things that people don't realize is that prescriptions, depending on where you get them, the prescription might be exactly the same prescription, but it charges different amounts at different pharmacies. So for the exact same pill. So there's a company called GoodRx and SingleCare. I'm not going to tell any good or bad between the two of them. They're just companies that do this. It's a great feature. It allows you to know what your neighborhood pharmacy is charging for that same prescription. So like me, I mean, I guess if there was two pharmacies next to each other and I know one was going to charge me $18 and one was going to charge me $84, I'm obviously going to go to the one that cost me $18. By using Single Care or GoodRx or GoodRx Single Care, vice versa, it doesn't matter. You can plug the name of your drug in. So if we just went up here and picked the drug, I have one out, a Medprazole that's out here right now. This is the drug, okay? And if you look down, I'm in Kent, Ohio, so I just put that in to pull up the local pharmacy close to me. Meijer, Costco, Giant Eagle, CVS. You can see as we go down this list here that these prices are actually different for that same exact pill that you're getting. Okay, the same thing would work under Single Care over here as well. But you're still getting the same prescription. It's the same pill. So you might as well pay a cheaper price for it. Now, I'm going to be myself, if it was a $2 difference, I'm not going to waste my time, and I'm not going to drive across the street and deal with all that. But if it's a $50 difference or a $50 difference or a $20 difference every month, I'm going to drive across the street. Might as well. So GoodRx and Single Care are all free. There's no cost to those. And if you go to goodrx.com or singlecare.com, on your web browser, it'll pull up their app. You can actually download it on your phone as well if you have a smartphone or an Android phone. If you downloaded it on that, you'll have it right on your phone. What I would suggest, and I suggest this to all my clients, is that you go out and check that. I'd much rather know. I'd hate to find out from my neighbor that's taking the same prescription I'm talking about in just a general neighborhood discussion that they're getting it for $30 cheaper than I am. So that would... These two programs are new in the last few years, so they allow you to do that. So if you're in that, let's say you're in GoodRx's plan and you have this same exact same thing on your app, on your phone, you would just click the Get Savings bar. And what it's going to do is it's going to actually bring up the, I just hit Meijer, that just happened to be the first one. This is the coupon that you're going to have to show to the pharmacist, and then they would give you that for $2.26. Now this one just happens to be a one-time offer at the $2.26. The standard coupon is $12.26. So first time through, you're going to get a different savings. So, but this cost is usually $43 for that. You also want to check if you're not in your donut hole, let's say you had a copay that was $20, or $15 is a good example. In that situation, if you had a $15 copay and the drugs were actually $46, they're going to make you pay the $15 copay if you give them your card. If you go and show them the GoodRx card, it might be $12. You don't have to show them your prescription drug card every time you're there. They're going to take cash. They're going to take a credit card. They're going to take a discount program through GoodRx. They're going to take your prescription drug card from your insurance carrier. It doesn't matter. It's your choice. You're a consumer, so make sure that you're doing what's best for you, purchasing the benefits that are, the prices that are best for you. So you use GoodRx or Single Care. One thing I always like to tell people, and don't think that they don't do this at the pharmacies, because unfortunately they do. They locate the pharmacy at the back of the drugstore. They also make you walk through all their stuff in the front of the store to get to the pharmacy to get your prescriptions filled. They do that on purpose. They also, and I don't know if you know this, and you can ask your pharmacy or think about it the next time you're there. If you walk up there at 9 o'clock in the morning and they're the only ones that are there, and they're not working with anybody else, and they're back there drinking coffee and doing all that kind of stuff, and you come up and give them a script, what they're probably going to tell you is it's going to be 20 minutes. They're going to tell you 20 minutes because if they tell you 5 minutes, you're just going to stand in line and wait for it, and you're not going to shop. If they tell you 45 minutes, you're going to look at your watch and go, you know what, I can go to the bank real quick and I can come back. If they tell you 20 minutes, you go, what am I going to do now? I'll just wait around here, and I'm not going to stand here in line. I'll walk around your store. It's exactly what they want you to do. Also, there are grocery stores out there that will give away certain prescriptions for free. They're going to give away the certain levels of generics for free. They want you to come into their store. It's a loss leader is what it is. They want you to come into the store, wait for your prescription, go grocery shopping while you're there. It's just one of those things that they do at the pharmacy. So what I'm here to tell you is things you're supposed to know or should know. I'm trying to give you some advice to help yourself. So make sure when you're looking at your prescriptions, this is how you should do it. Have a great day. Bye-bye.